Hello friends, today we'll talk about how to write and deliver a speech. So there are many problems which we encounter when we want to deliver a speech. Number one problem is what should be title of my speech? What should be the theme of my speech? What should I write about? Number two problem is how do I write about it? It will take a lot of time. I don't have that much time. I'm so super busy. I don't know how much words I should write or how long my story should be. So if you are giving a speech for 5 to 7 minutes, probably you always know how many words it can contain, because in a minute we'll be able to deliver so many words only. We'll talk about that. And the problem would be, even if I write my speech about some content, how do I remember it? I don't have time to remember everything. It will take a lot of time. I have to remember word by word, otherwise I'll forget and it will be embarrassing. Problems. When you want to deliver your speech, when you want to write a speech, when you want to produce a speech, there are many problems. Yes, there are. But let's try to solve these problems and try to see, is there an easy way to deliver our speeches or no? Solutions. So when you are thinking about giving a speech, then you can have a lot of topics, a lot of ideas on what you can deliver or what you can talk about. For example, speech should always be in a story format. Until unless you are providing a factual, research based some kind of a speech, which talks about a lot of numbers and data and or research. But I still believe that you can convert that somehow into a story, because stories are something which are so engaging and always it stick to our heart, right? So make it a story. Now, what can you talk about in a speech? What are those ideas where you can form a story? So these stories could be either your own personal events from your own life or your own experiences, your skills. You can talk about that. Your speech could be, what do you read mostly? Maybe on internet or maybe some books you are reading. You can talk about that. Or what do you watch? So a lot of time we do watch a lot of things, right? We do watch movies or some YouTube videos, or there is some inclination towards a particular topic, a particular theme. Maybe we can talk about that. Now, why our speeches should be near about that? Because we are already doing that. We have some knowledge, we have some content around that, and probably we can build some stories also, right? So that is why you should always choose your idea, which could be a story, because stories again will be a lot of engaging and it will stick to your heart. So once you have thought about an idea or a topic or a theme around the speech, you have thought about, okay, there could be some story inside this. You will start writing about it, right? Now, how do I go about writing? To write, just write whatever you want to do in that particular idea or theme. Maybe you're talking about your own experiences or skills or some events in your life. So you can write as long as whatever you want to write. Or if you're reading about something, you can start copy pasting some of the contents from what you already read somewhere and start building your first draft of writing. Now you're writing normally 80 to 100 words in a minute we can cover in a speech. And if your speech is about 5 to 7 minutes, probably 550 words to 600 words is a good idea. So your speech should be that long. But your first draft has a lot of words because you wrote about everything. You can cut down and refine now, and you can see, okay, where there is some impacting stuff, where there is some essential stuff in the story, and you can cut down and refine it and make it around 550 600 or maximum 650 words for a 5 to 7 minute speech. Now the last part is, how do I remember this speech? Because remembering is also going to take a lot of time, right? Yes, remembering can take a lot of time if it is very unrelated speech, if it is not in a form of a story. But if it is in form of a story, you just have to remember couple of pointers, maybe 5 to 6 pointers you can build in a story, or 4 pointers, and you can easily conclude a speech in 5 to 7 minutes. How do I make those pointers? If you can build some chronology in order into that speech, you can probably remember all those different milestones or events. For example, build a chronology around you're talking about your own life events. So maybe you can talk about what happened in during your childhood, what happened during your teenager, when you were a teenager, what happened when you were a young or adult, and what happened when you joined something, or maybe organization we are talking about, or maybe when you started something. After that, what happened in old age, or maybe what will happen in future. So you see, there is a chronology here, there is an order here. Or for example, there could be another way you can build some acronym in the story which you can remember. For example, if I want to talk about communication styles, and there are four type of communication styles, how do I remember these four communication styles? I can build an acronym. So maybe I can talk about DIAS, which I can remember. And DIAS is like direct communicator, initiating communicator, analytical communicator, and supporting communicator. So now I know I have to first talk about direct communicator and give some examples around that. Then I have to talk about initiating communicator and some examples. Analytical communicator, examples. Supporting communicator, examples. Then I have to close my speech. Maybe I can, build some quotes, or I can engage my audience. I can talk about something which everybody can easily relate. And then, yes, I can close my speech. Maybe leave the audience with a question, or talk about a last, a popular quote, which again will stick to their heart and they'll remember the speech. That is how we can build speeches in very less time, and it will remain. We don't have to remember word by word everything. Don't worry about that. And once you have stories, you can talk in a very natural flow. You can talk naturally about that. Even if you're forgetting something, it's okay, because it's a story. You will easily talk about that. So there is lesser chances of forgetting something, and you can have and deliver a great speech. All the best. Thank you very much.